Hi everyone and welcome back to It's a Twin Thing. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video with Dolores. If you have any questions for her, feel free to contact me and I'll pass them on to her. Today's topic is weight gain. And like yesterday, I've got another friend of mine, Catherine, who's sharing. She's a twin mum. So she's going to share her experiences. I'm just going to touch a little bit on my experiences and then we'll go to her clip. So prior to being pregnant, growing up for me, weight gain and weight was a massive struggle in my life. I felt that I was always the heavier girl, and I really struggled with my body image. And I had a really massive fear prior to being pregnant that when I would fall pregnant, that this would be enhanced even more. So it was a concern that I had. But then I fell pregnant, and as soon as I fell pregnant, it was like I wasn't the priority anymore. These children were the priority, and all my sort of fears sort of subsided. It wasn't important. So I just wanted to make sure that I was feeding my children, nourishing my children, and they were the priority. So for me, if I needed to eat carbs, then I ate carbs. I didn't excessively eat. I was still cautious with what I ate, but it wasn't about me anymore. So I had fraternal twins, which meant I had 2 sacs and 2 placentas. So that meant that the babies weren't sharing the food that was coming in. They had their own source of intake. So during the pregnancy, I was a lot better than what I thought I would be. And then once the babies were born, I had put on a fair bit of weight. But for me at that point, it was a determination to lose the weight, but healthily and progressively. I knew it wasn't going to be an overnight thing. My priority was the children. And if I got time I would try and make time to exercise, but if I didn't get time, so be it. And I ended up having an emergency C-section. So I think naturally, from speaking to mums that have had natural births, that are also breastfeeding, it's a lot. You can tend to lose the weight a little bit quicker. For a mum that had an emergency C-section that didn't breastfeed, my milk never really came in, and that's a topic I'll talk about later on. It was that little bit harder to lose the weight. But I've slowly lost the weight, and now my issue is more the excess skin from the stretching from the twins. And that's just going to take time. So it's been a journey, it's been an experience, but I think as a woman, naturally, weight is always, can be a concern for some. Social media doesn't help. But I think it's just about prioritizing. For me, it was prioritizing the children over my, personal needs. And I'm grateful that I did that, because I think if I didn't, I would have consumed my mind with unhealthy things. So that's a little bit from my story. Anyway, enough of me. I will cut through to Catherine now. She's going to share her story and experiences as a twin mum. And like with yesterday, if you have any questions for Catherine, feel free to contact me, and she's happy to respond and answer any concerns that you may have. I hope it helps. Have a great day. Tomorrow I'll be talking about low blood pressure. So tune in then, and we'll see you then. Cheers. Bye.
Hi girls, my name's Catherine and it's great to be here with you today. I want to thank Alessia for having me. It's really great. Thank you for having me. I'm here to talk to you guys about my experience with weight gain in my twin pregnancy. So a little bit about me. I actually have 4 kids. I have 2 single pregnancies prior, and then on our 3rd time round we found out we were pregnant with fraternal twins, and we welcomed a boy and a girl in April 3 years ago. So they're 3.5 now. They're a lot of fun. They're crazy and wild. As we all know, a lot of work, but a lot of fun at the same time. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll share my story about my pregnancy and my weight gain. I think my story is a little bit different to some people. Before I became pregnant, the fittest that I had probably been in a really long time. And when I got pregnant with the twins, to be honest, weight gain was not something that was on my mind. This was not my first pregnancy. It wasn't something that overwhelmed me. I was in a place in my life and my mind where I just knew that, well, weight gain is going to happen. And then when the time is right and I'm ready after the babies are born, I'll get back to it and I'll lose a couple of kilos. So, I was happy to gain weight. Actually was really happy to gain weight. As silly as that might sound, I was like, bring it on, whatever it is. I didn't actually gain that much weight. I gained about 10 kilos in total, so it wasn't a lot. But in saying that, I only went to 30 weeks and then our twins were born. So I know that had I gone the full term, probably would have gained quite a lot more weight in those last few weeks. That natural weight gain that happens as the baby develops and they get, a lot fattier towards the end of that pregnancy. As I said, my weight gain journey is a little bit different to some other people because I actually continued exercising the whole way through my pregnancy. I was exercising a lot before the pregnancy, and when I had my initial doctor's appointment, I asked if I was clear to continue to exercise. It was something that I really valued within this pregnancy, and for myself as a mental release is probably the big thing for me with exercise. So I really wanted to continue that through that pregnancy, and I was given the all clear. I was considered a low risk pregnancy, so I was able to continue training safely, and I know that definitely contributed to not gaining as much weight as had I decided to stop and just do things like walking through the pregnancy. So I know that had I stopped, like I said, I probably would have gained a little bit more weight. I found that most of my weight gain came at the start of my pregnancy, the start of my twin pregnancy, probably up until about maybe 22, 23 weeks. I noticed that all the weight had mainly come on at the beginning. I really carried quite a lot of weight in my hips and my bottom and my thighs compared to my, other two pregnancies, my other single pregnancies where I carried a lot of the weight top heavy. My boobs didn't really grow very much this time round. They weren't really as heavy as they were in my last two pregnancies. So that's, all the weight was down the lower body. It probably was about 23 weeks where, as I said before, I noticed the weight gain slowed down. I could really feel the pressure of the babies on my stomach quite a lot, and it made me really quite nauseous as I was eating. So I really began to lose a lot of my appetite, and at several times I almost not had to force feed myself, but really had to make myself sit down and eat because I knew that I had to get the calories in. I had to keep fueling my body because I was beginning to feel like a lot of energy was lacking towards the end there because I just wasn't hungry, so I wouldn't eat, but then I would, force myself to eat so I could get some nutrition in me. That's to be honest, that's pretty much it for my weight gain. It was really simple. It wasn't a lot. As I said, I chose to continue exercising, so that definitely contributed to that weight number not being high. I was definitely aware of not wanting to get gestational diabetes. So my diet was really quite clean through my pregnancy. I definitely treated myself. If I felt that my body needed sugar, I ate sugar. If I felt like my body needed carbs, I ate carbs. But I was definitely aware of gestational diabetes and the risks that it puts on the mother and on the babies as well. So during my twin pregnancy, I did as much as possible try to eat as healthy as I could. And I can't recommend that enough. Being intuitive and listening to your body at the same time, but just, I guess, fueling it right was really something that was really important to me in this third pregnancy. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. I would have to say that it was more after my pregnancy that I really struggled with a little bit of the weight gain, especially within that first 9 months to 1 year after postpartum. My body just responded really differently to holding the weight after this third pregnancy. I think quite a lot of stress on the body, and lack of sleep after really took its toll on my body. I didn't have much muscle separation because I didn't grow as big as probably what I would have if I had gone full term. So I think I had maybe 2, maybe 3 centimeter abdominal separation, which I worked with a physio, pregnancy physio after to help reduce that, and to help close that up, which I can't recommend enough. Yeah, it was definitely after postpartum that I found that the weight just wouldn't budge. And a couple of kilos came off, but the last few, not so much. And you know what? I'm at a stage of my life where totally okay with that. Our bodies have created 2 people, and that's pretty damn great. So if I'm going to carry a couple of kilos after my pregnancy because I grew 2 humans, then so be it. I'm totally fine with that. I'm happy in the skin that I've been given. And I guess I want to encourage you guys today that, if you're in a place where you want to exercise through your pregnancy, to help maintain that weight gain, especially if you're somebody who gains weight quite easily, then I support you 100%. If you're in a place where you can't exercise, or you've decided to just do lots of walking, or just take it a little bit more easier as well, then I completely support that too. It's about listening to our bodies and knowing that your body's doing a really great thing. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of weight gain. Don't be afraid of it. I remember feeling a little bit like an alien in my body at times after my pregnancy, but we learn to embrace this new body that we've been given, a strong as hell body that you've got. So that's my encouragement for you guys today. I hope it's been great. I hope you've gotten something from it. I just want to encourage you again to practice some amazing self-love to yourself, and don't let social media get all in your head about what you should look like when you're pregnant, or what you should look like after you're pregnant. If you're going to do something, then do it because you really want to do it. If you want to get super fit and healthy after, make sure you're ready to do it. Don't do it because social media says you should. Do it because it's something that you want for you. And that's, I can't stress that enough, girls. Yes, stay healthy. Yes, stay strong. Yes, fuel your body with good, nutritious food, but let your body do what it's going to do in this time and this season. And enjoy those 2 beautiful babies that you're growing and that you birthed. So much love to you all. I hope it's been encouraging, and I might see you again. Bye.